Joined, as always, by my co-host, the co-publisher of Dren Productions, Mr. James Mascia. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. How about
That's
you?
it. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We are here to talk about ones and zeros. I'm very selfishly talking about this project because it is mine. It's definitely mine, and it's definitely something I've been super excited to put out there for a long time now, actually, and
And you
it's a
should be
project.
excited.
I agree. I agree. Um, so basically, this is everything that we're doing right now. Um, Ones and zeros. Talk to me real quick. What questions do you have for me about ones and zeros? Since
Well,
it's mine.
obviously we need to know. Obviously, we need to know, what it's about and where the inspiration came from.
Okay. So honestly, this came from a conversation um, that I had about 10 years ago on vacation with some friends. And we talked about, he's a conspiracy guy, big conspiracy guy. And he kept saying to me, like, what, we use the internet, we use Wikipedia. He was big on Wikipedia. And he's like, well, how do we know if, like, Wikipedia was, like, telling the truth? Like, we're just believing people in general. All about this stuff. And I said, well, yeah, I mean, I guess we really wouldn't know. And over the years, that kind of developed into, he actually pitched me this story that sounded a lot like Terminator. And he's like, yeah, we'd have to go back in time and we'd have to stop people from changing history. And I'm like, well, that's Terminator. And then, so, yeah. So it was one of those things where I'm like, oh, well, yeah, it's not exactly, we can't exactly do that because it's kind of been done already. And so from there, I kind of thought to myself, well, yeah, like, what if AI is like, then obviously with AI, my mind started drifting to things like The Matrix and things like Independence Day. And it's like, and Terminator also, but like Terminator is a very visceral, like the machines are going to take us over, right? Like they're going to by force, take us, and destroy us. They're gonna fire on us, all this fun stuff. And it's
Well,
going to be
listen,
actual.
I just want to also say this as you're talking about the Terminator and the Matrix.
Yeah.
I have always said that the Matrix is a direct sequel to the Terminator.
But that's exactly the point, right? Like we wouldn't, the Matrix again still was, they take us by physical force. And I'm
Yeah, but
looking
that's
around at,
after the robot uprising, you know?
correct. Yeah. I mean, 100% could 100% be part of that for sure. But here's my thought on it too. It's just, if, why would they have to take us
Your volume just went way down, Mike.
by? Oh, sorry.
Your volume just went way down.
Look at us today. All right. How would we even know that we were taken over? I mean, our faces are glued to our tablets. Our faces are glued to our phones. Obviously we're getting a little more savvy with AI because AI has now been a big thing released by, there's Grok and there's ChatGPT, all this fun stuff. See, there you go. I like the visual right there. See, that's a, I'll enlarge this a little bit. Oh, you got to do it again now.
Sorry.
Yeah. But it's true. Our attention span's gone. Like AI doesn't need to do anything. They just need to tweak our history, tweak how we believe things, pit us against each other, and then ultimately mold us into corners that they can eventually kind of just commandeer and just take us over. Robots will come, clones will come, deep fakes will come, all that stuff will come. I mean, at some point in the future, we're going to vote for somebody that doesn't actually exist, and we're not going to know that they exist, like that they don't exist. Like we're just going to see people on TV, we're going to see people on their phones, right? And if we go like, oh, here's this rally happening, there might be a real rally that, hey, come to this location. That location might not even exist. I mean, COVID was a real eye opener with all this kind of stuff, and that's kind of where I kind of base it on that. I mean, if we are forced to be home, then all we're doing is trusting, our eyes in the digital world. And I don't know. I don't think we can trust anything when it comes to it. So that's the basis for it. But to make it into a cool story, Obviously, got to go beyond just this backdrop, and that's what it is. It's a backdrop. Ones and zeros really has everything to do with. Sorry, I'm gonna get the cover art going here. What's cool about it is an AI crash lands at Roswell in 1947. So I love UFO stuff. I love extraterrestrial stuff. So what I decided to do is kind of blend the two together. It crash lands in Roswell in 1947, takes over our lives without us knowing. When a team of teenage hacktivists in the future, led by an old school hacker named Pitt, discover it in the code, it leads them to Area 51. So the ones and zeros, obviously. References the code, the string of ones and zeros that make up our entire digital universe, our digital world. And again, it just basically kind of, illustrates that, takes these two worlds. Independence Day meets the Matrix. We don't need to be, they're not harnessing us for any particular reason, or are they? We don't know. And did the aliens actually send AI here to destroy us or save us? And that's kind of the question that the series is going to pose. So that's Pitt in the front there. His group of teenage hacktivists that kind of find him. They lead to him. They say, "Hey, look, we've discovered this code called the Lazarus Code. That's something he had actually coined and threw up on the message boards when he was a young hacker." And he's like, "Yeah, I couldn't decrypt it." And the one hacker's like, "No, we did." And it's pointing to a location. And I think you need to come with us. Now, one thing you'll notice too on the visuals, and I'll do this when I showcase Will Torres's variant cover here. Everyone's wearing eye patches.
Yeah, I was going to ask you to explain the eye patches.
Yeah. In this world, this is 25 years in the future now, or 30 years in the future. I like the 30 years. 30 years seems to work really well. There is actually neural implants implanted at birth, before birth, actually, in natal care, so that you're hooked up to the hive mind as soon as you can think and speak. And that's, again, I think that's something that's down the line, whether or not we resist it. I know that there are folks like us, and I think Pitt is more representative of our generation. We would never put an implant in us, I don't think. Not our generation. It would be the minority of people, 30s, 40s, 50s that would do it. And I'm talking late 30s just because of when they were born. They're not digital. Digital native is what, 1995 they were born, right? I think digital native is that. So you're looking at anyone 30 and under. No, yeah, 1995. Yeah, anyone under 30 did not come of age. If you were born in 1995, you were 12 years old when the iPhone came out. So that's kind of the barometer for what's a digital native or not. So I feel like anybody born before 1995, especially born in the 80s, or in our case, the 70s, or my case anyway, I think, we were the same age?
I'm 81.
You're younger than me. I'm 79. We would never think to put an implant in us to connect us to the internet. Like, we just wouldn't. I definitely don't know what the next generation would possibly think about this, though. I don't know if the next generation that grew up as digital natives would. I don't know if they would resist it, and I don't know if they would resist putting that in their children, because it's, if the government tells them, hey, this is good, this is going to help us, this is going to make them smarter, it's going to make them grow faster, it's going to make them, eliminate genetic deficiencies. I mean, that's stuff they're talking about already, right? Scientists are able to do that already. So I think you combine all these things, and I think these people are going to be born with this stuff. I think people are going to implant this stuff. But in our world, if you're implanted with it, you got to get rid of it. And so the eye patches are either a physical eye patch, to where it just literally blocks the signal, or it's a literal one where they've removed. In Pitt's case, he has actually removed it. In the case of the teenagers, they're wearing technology that effectively deprograms them from the hive, if that makes sense.
It does.
So We've got a Kickstarter campaign going on right now. It was literally funded in 12 hours, which is awesome. Little inside baseball that you and I talked about. 71 backers already, which is awesome. A lot of digital backers, which I think is kind of ironic considering this.
Yep.
For comparisons, my last Sire Kickstarter, I think, did 50 backers, but it's double the amount of
60
money.
backers, yeah.
60 backers, yeah, 60 backers. We made over $2,200 on that with 60 backers. A lot of print backers, a lot of people buying the variant. There's only 2 variant covers there too, so a lot of people buying the variant covers. In this case, a lot of people want to try out the book. The book is done. I showed a couple pages before.
Yep.
The cover A is by Giulio Centrella, Italian artist I discovered at New York Comic Con 2 years ago. This guy is, I feel fortunate we have him before he's going to break out. I think he's going to definitely break out into the mainstream soon. Not the mainstream, which is our title coming out through Source Point Press in 2027. But I definitely think he's bound for greatness. Jim Calafiore, well-known comic book artist, is on the 2nd variant cover. I remember showing this to you, and I remember seeing this. My jaw just dropped when I saw it. I thought it was just so freaking cool. This is The Widow, and the description that I kind of gave him, in the script itself is, if I can pull it up, which I'm sure I can. The description for The Widow is this towering figure. I actually, and not to mock my own work, I actually love the idea of what's the maid in Spaceballs? Mega Maid? Is it Mega Maid at the end?
Oh, I forget what they call it. Yeah.
I think it's called Mega Maid. Yeah. I actually picture Mega Maid. I actually picture this this towering female metal version, and these are her AI robots, the spiders, that are just always systematically scaling her up, upscaling her as she grows and grows and grows in power. I showed you the Will Torres variant. This is obviously an homage to the very famous Frank Miller cover. But instead of popping claws, he's just got to show you the Widow, man. That's it. The cell phone's got you right where you want, right where they want you. And then this is the metal variant for Jim Calafiore. We're going to do a metal cover. He sent me this, and he's like, I like the red one better. Or he actually sent me both. He didn't know which one was better. I actually loved the red one. I thought the red one was pretty cool. So we used that for the main cover. But we're going to turn this into a metal cover. And then again, if you go to the campaign, you can read the first 6 pages. Giulio knocks it out. Jorge Cortez does the colors. He is unbelievable. He's a true artist with his colors. And yeah, go get the campaign. The link will be in the chat, so to speak, I guess. And can I put it in the chat? I guess we can. For someone who podcasted for many, many years, I'm really terrible with the newer technology because we just haven't done it in a long time. But here it is. I threw it in the chat. I will throw it in the YouTube video. Back ones and zeros, number 1. Boom.
Just search for it on Kickstarter. Come on.
That's it. That's it. Anything going on on your neck of the Dren world?
Not for today, no. Next week, maybe.
We got some cool stuff. You got flesh-eating cheerleaders coming out. Spring break.
Yeah, flesh-eating cheerleaders and Dungeons and Dimwits and more AXA. We got plenty coming out, but we're not talking about it today.
All right. You heard him. All right, guys, go and it is live. It is there, and the campaign is going strong. So please go. We got stretch goals too, by the way. So please, if you donate, if you back the campaign, we get to 2,000. We get digital wallpapers. We got free digital comics coming. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming. So make sure to check it out. This has been Into the Drenverse, episode 3, talking ones and zeros. Again, big thank you to Giulio Centrella, Jorge Cortez, Will Torres, Jim Calafiore, and Thomas Owens, who doesn't get enough credit for doing the letters. And that's it. Signing off.
Have a good one.